This week, training is proving tough.
I feel like I'm going to smash into you.
Harry's having to cope with the effects of nerve damage to his spine.
I get spasms, which is like a relayed message going through your legs, and it just sets them off wobbling, and that throws my timing off.
He starts having doubts, and I think he just thinks how the odds are stacked against us, and I think he starts to think, well, what's the point? You know, I've got no chance of winning this, this is stupid. But he does. It's just it's going to be harder for us.
Oh, don't just set me off.
So sad, Harry.
I tried it. It's just this kind of thing is so out of my ordinary. It's so much like just basically getting my head around it. Like,
It just makes me sad that you just don't believe in yourself sometimes, and it's sad because everyone is kind of seeing your potential except for you.
yeah, that's my life story, really.
Yeah, but don't make it your life story, Harry, because then you will truly be sitting at home playing PlayStation for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Don't make that your life story.
No. It's something I got to get over, but it's a hard thing to do because it's been kind of a huge blueprint of my personality. Not to have low self-esteem, but to kind of not take things too seriously and just kind of.
But I don't think it is that. I think you're just scared. So don't tell yourself that you don't care just to make it all right if you go out. You're chickening out of it, and I won't let you do that. That's, to me, unacceptable. But I do still love you, though.
That's good.
He has to now dig in deep, Harry. He has to dig in deep and just say, I can overcome this. Like I said to him, Harry, you get what you put in.
Michelle, she kind of feels sorry for me, I think. She thinks, in a way, I'm a bit of a tragedy, I guess, because she feels that I don't have that much self-belief in this whole competition. It's not so much that, it becomes so overwhelming for me sometimes, and I just had a bad day today, like anyone else has a bad day. She's a cracking woman, though, and she really means well. But it's not a fixable problem. It's not like that.
The next morning, Brian's had some bad news.
Paul has gone off to a concert in Glastonbury, which I'm a little bit disappointed with because this is a competition right now. We're under a huge time constraint already to do what we're doing. He is missing a day of practice now, and it's a day of practice that they really need.
25-year-old Paul Jacob first met his partner, M-People's singer Heather Small, at a gig in Gateshead.
Hey, how are you?
Very good. Pleasure to meet you.
How sharp are you in your chair?
I can do a couple of spins and whatnot, so yeah.
You're going to be all right.
I think I've got a bit to learn. But...
Yeah, it'll be a challenge. Yes. I'm not talking about you at all. I'm talking about Mita.
In last week's competition, Paul and Heather struggled to dance in time to the music.
As soon as she started dancing, for me, it all went slightly wrong.
I think there was a timing issue.
You've been given a lifeline, and I don't think you'll be given that lifeline again next week.
They will definitely get rid of us next time if our timing down.
I was very much to blame with nerves. When I'm on the stage and I'm singing, I'm fine. But I've yet to make that crossover with the dancing.
With Paul away, Heather is training on her own and determined to get it right this week.
I've decided to come today, even though Paul's at Glastonbury enjoying himself. Well, I hope he is. Because timing was an issue for me. Paul doesn't have the same timing issue. Just the singer has the timing issue. Hello. And I think that I can take this time to be more comfortable with the dance and the timing and the steps.
2, 3, 4. Right.
While Heather rehearses, Paul's at Glastonbury, where he's been a regular for the last 3 years.
Right, this is Glastonbury. This is the 2005, literally a month before I broke my back. These are the last photos of me walking, probably. But I look at it now and think, crikey, is that me? But yeah, it was.
It's been 4 years since Paul was paralysed from the waist down after a motorbike crash.
Until my accident, I was having fun. I was 21 and just having a brilliant time partying and just messing around, really. But as soon as, you know, click of the fingers, it's all gone. And you're left there lying flat on the bed, not being able to move. It hits you really, sort of, you know. It was a good thing I did have good mates and, you know, I had a family there to help me out. One thing I look at that and think is I miss dancing. You can't be getting in a mosh pit and just going mad, really.
At this year's festival, it's ballroom dancing that's on Paul's mind.
I am thinking quite a bit about my next dance at the moment. This is why I'm a bit sort of stressing. I'm going to have to leave straight away. I've just got such a small space of time to get it all crammed in.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Paul's cut his Glastonbury trip short and is back at training camp.
Paul is hungover like you couldn't imagine.
How was it?
Good, I didn't get back until about 5, 6 this morning.
Really?
I'm shattered, absolutely shattered.
You had a good time?
Unbelievably good time.
Yeah?
Now he and Heather get cracking to perfect their rumba.
Look at my chair, it's filthy.
Paul, this is wait. Down. 2, 3, 4. Lift. 2, 3, 4. 1. Hold. 3. Wheel forward. Turn around. Basic step. 2.
I sound quite tired now. My enthusiasm has worn off today. All I want to do is go and put my feet up.
He's got his Glastonbury face still on because it's quite vacant. He worked hard today because I know all he wanted to do was curl up and go to bed.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Turn.
I feel a little bit guilty about being away, but after having a session today with Heather, we know what our routine is. So, you know, we've got a couple of days to polish it, really.
This competition has already forged some strong friendships. None more so than magazine editor Di and her partner, world champion swimmer Mark Foster.
Hey now. 5, 6, 7, and slow.
He's such a gentle person and such a kind person. I feel like he's looking after me and I'm looking after him, which is just lovely.
Oh, Mark, come on.
From the moment Di met Mark, it was a perfect match.
You're so tall, I do wish. Can I just stand up and see how tall he is?
As a double amputee, Di prefers to use prosthetic legs rather than her wheelchair.
Yeah, but I can lengthen my legs, you see. I'm a double leg amputee, so...
Last week, Di and Mark danced the tango.
Unbelievable.
I think it was absolutely fantastic.
Flawless in the chair. You guys are definitely contenders.
I feel like Mark and I have set our own benchmark and we have to up the ante already, and that's very daunting.
Things I said last week help for the confidence point of view. Some people say it puts a bit more pressure on you if you do a good dance, but I like to think that it's made me happy.